In a case that's drawn both public attention and controversy, a Burke County woman arrested earlier this year in the fatal shooting of her boyfriend will not be facing charges. At least, not for now. District Attorney Jared Williams confirmed that a grand jury has returned what's called a no bill in the case of Hannah G. Cobb. That means the jury decided not to indict Hannah on the charge of felony involuntary manslaughter in the death of 30-year-old Telvin Osborne. Hannah was arrested back on February 25th, just 2 days after Telvin was shot inside her Keysville home. Authorities were called around 5:45 that morning to the 800 block of 4 Points Road. Hannah told 911 dispatchers that the shooting happened while she was quote unquote clearing or cleaning her gun. The 911 call will be linked at the end of this video and in the description. Just days later, Sheriff Alfonso Williams cast doubt on that claim. He said there was no evidence the weapon was being cleaned at that time, and he pointed to alcohol as a factor in the incident, adding that investigators weren't calling the shooting accidental.
The case is truly heartbreaking, and we're committed to treating the victim and the families with the utmost respect during this very difficult time. Our hearts, the hearts of all of those involved go out to the victim and his family. Our minds are stayed on the children who are without a father and a mother. The victim's family has been kept abreast of this case since its inception. They knew right away the cause of death, the manner of death, and they have been intimately involved from the onset of this case. I'm just very proud of our CID, chief investigator, and all of the folks involved had a combined years of experience, nearly 50 years of experience working on this case around the clock. And I'm just very proud that they were able to bring this case to a close within the first 48 hours.
So what really happened that night? In a court hearing held in March, Hannah's first public appearance since her arrest, some complicated details came out. Hannah's family described her relationship with Telvin as chaotic and volatile, with accusations of cheating, even occasional physical abuse. Prosecutors said the couple had been out clubbing until 2 a.m., and later that night, an argument escalated into violence. Hannah told deputies that she and Telvin had a routine of checking their firearms before bed. She said she thought the safety was on when the gun went off. She admitted they'd argued earlier that night and that Telvin had returned to the house after leaving once. There's Ring doorbell footage showing Hannah telling Telvin to get out. She later told investigators he came back, pulled a knife, and threatened her. She even told them where they could find the weapon, an 8-inch knife, and they did. Text messages presented in court revealed that Telvin allegedly warned her to quote-unquote hide after she locked him out. Hannah's defense said she had tried to get help, calling Telvin's mother during the confrontation, but things escalated. Hannah told deputies she ended up locking herself in the bathroom, possibly intending to harm herself. According to the prosecution, Telvin broke in, and that's when she fired the single shot. When deputies arrived, Hannah was the one applying pressure to Telvin's wound. He was found in the master bedroom and later pronounced dead at the hospital. Earlier this month, Hannah had been released on a $25,000 bond and placed under level 1 monitoring. She also surrendered all firearms.
Burke County woman charged with involuntary manslaughter appearing in court for the first time since she's accused of killing her partner, 30-year-old Telvin Osborne. Hannah Cobb called 911 in the early hours of February 23rd, telling the operator she was cleaning her gun when it went off and hit Osborne. However, days later, Burke County Sheriff Alfonso Williams telling us there was no information or evidence about a person cleaning a gun before this incident happened. Now, I was there today as a judge granted a $25,000 bond for Cobb. We also learned new details about this case.
The first public appearance for 25-year-old Hannah Cobb stepping in front of a judge facing a charge for felony involuntary manslaughter in the shooting death of her 30-year-old boyfriend Telvin Osborne. The DA's office say they had been out all night at clubs in Augusta until around 2 a.m. They dropped a friend off at a hotel and went back to Burke County. Cobb was checking her firearm, as they do every night, when it went off, hitting Osborne.
And as they were getting ready for bed, she removed the magazine from a Ruger 9mm pistol, reloaded the magazine, and she stated that this is something she and Mr. Osborne both do every night after some sort of a prior home invasion event.
Cobb told deputies she thought the gun was on safe while checking it, according to a report. Sheriff Alfonso Williams told us in a press conference last month alcohol was involved in this shooting, and they're not listing this as accidental.
She acknowledged that she and Mr. Osborne had been arguing that night, and that led to a physical altercation between the two of them. She discusses that she had a Ring camera and provided camera footage to the sheriff's office. Investigators' notes recorded that the footage showed them arguing, with her saying, "Get out," and him leaving the residence carrying clothing.
Osborne showed back up to the house.
Hannah Cobb stated that Mr. Osborne pulled a knife on her and threatened her, and told the investigators where this knife would be found. Sheriff's investigators went back to the residence where they located this knife. It was an 8-inch long black knife.
Cobb's family says this was a chaotic relationship with aspects of emotional and occasional physical abuse and allegations of cheating against Osborne. The DA says friends stated Cobb became upset that night because she believed he was talking to another woman. The state also described text messages that were exchanged that morning.
Text messages from Mr. Osborne to Hannah Cobb began around 4:48 in the morning, with messages including "hide" and "you better hide."
Another witness claims Hannah was afraid to return home that night and was afraid Osborne was going to physically assault her. Both the state and defense said this about the incident.
Hannah Cobb says that Telvin returned to the home with a knife, that he broke in, he threatened her, and he choked her, and she managed to break free from him and went into a bathroom. She indicated that she was going to harm herself, but when he broke into the bathroom, she turned and fired the gun one time at Mr. Osborne.
Because she locked him out of the house, locked him out of the trailer. That's when you saw the text. He called her phone probably 15 times, texted her, "You better hide." He went and retrieved the second key, came back, let himself in, and that's when the incident happened with the knife. At one point, he threw her into a wall, breaking the wall. He put marks on her throat. She calls his mother to try to sort of get him calmed down. And the mother told her son to, "Hey, put the knife away, stop." Eventually, there is an altercation that resulted in a shot being fired. And again, it's just a sad incident all the way around.
Now, with the grand jury's decision, DA Williams says the case is closed, but he didn't rule out the possibility of charges being brought in the future. Just that for now, he's respecting the jury's decision. That concludes this video. Thanks for listening, but don't forget to drop your comments down below and let me know your thoughts. This is Gail at Night. Thank you all for watching, and thank you for supporting. Be sure to click the like button and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and set the bell to all.